So let me just fix my lights. Fix my lights. Actually, I just want to be in the dim dark. Forget it. You don't need to see my face. You just need to listen to the message. So, welcome to my channel. My name is Emmy from Emmy Evolving. If this is your first time joining me, thank you for finding me. This is not your first time. Thank you for coming back. So, right now I'm going to be doing a reading for Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Also for your cross watchers. But if we're going to be honest, if you're not dealing with Pisces, if you're not a Pisces, you find yourself here and you find yourself resonating with something I'm saying, the message is for you. Okay. So I asked the collective energy of the world, what is this reading going to be about? And I was told, make sure you have your big kid pants on. Life's about to change. What is in my hair? What is that? Okay. Hold on. Connection unstable. All right. So you need to make sure that you allow yourself to really begin to embrace the greatness that you are. Okay. It's not just me that's great. We all have greatness within us. And all of us have received some level of programming to really prevent us from tapping back into this greatness. Tap back into it. No one can stop you from doing this. They can try really hard to derail your progress, to get you to not really believe in yourself, but can't stop you. At the end of the day, if you choose to rise, you will. Okay. So, and then we have card number 2, balance. It's time for you to create some balance in your life. Okay. For some of us, we're able to achieve balance, um, minimal effort. For others of us, we have to work really hard and we have to create the opportunity to become rebalanced. It's just one of those things where, um, do you want it? And if you want it, how bad do you want it? Are you willing to do the work? Are you willing to invest in yourself? Do you feel like you're worth the investment? That's a part of the balance, recognizing, knowing the answers to those questions. That's a part of your process to rebalance yourself in your life. Okay. Let's see. All right. Card number 21, Sagittarius, I see. Luck is not chance, it's toil. Fortune's expensive smile is earned. You're just about ready to hit your mark. Um, the ancient symbol for Sagittarius is a half man, half horse known as a centaur, a creature trained in the art of archery, who always manages to hit his mark no matter how far he roams. So this is about really deciding what is it that you're aiming for? What is your goal? Is your goal having to do with someone else? Like my goal is to try and take ownership of someone else. Like that's my man, that's my girl. That is such a time wasting goal. Ooh, someone didn't like that. It's a time wasting goal. I'm going to always be honest with you. It's a waste of your time because you cannot own another sovereign being. And attempting to own another sovereign being means you're not existing in your sovereignty. We have all these people who talk about, yeah, I'm sovereign, I'm sovereign. Well, if you can't respect my sovereign right to decide for myself, then no, you are not a sovereign. In order to truly live in your sovereignty, not only do you have to take ownership and full power authority back for your life, your journey, you have to also respect other people's authority in their life, their journey. You can't tell someone else what to do. Why do you guys think I never try and tell you what to do? I'll present ideas, I'll share my thoughts. I'll share my personal stance on what I would do if I was you. But do I ever tell you, you do this, you do that? No, because I'm a sovereign. Like for real, for real. As long as I claim my sovereignty, I will always have to honor yours. Unless you're trying to fuck with me, in which case, I'm sorry. I have lashes on and I'm extra sassy. So, Sagittarians are highly idealistic, creative, outdoorsy, and have a great sense of play and fun. They dislike routines or are encumbered by the usual 9 to 5 jobs. So reading this, I get the feeling that we're being given the message that it's okay for you to want to have fun in life. It's not irresponsible of you to look for moments where you can just smile and unwind and really just, flow with your journey in that moment. Let's see. Mhm. Sagittarians tend to be rather lucky, but have a habit of not handling money well and will sometimes squander any wealth that comes to them. They are confident, which makes them highly attractive and popular, drawing to them what they need. Sagittarians also have integrity and will not go along with anything unfair or underhanded. Um, I do know a couple of Sagittarians who have no problem with being unfair, underhanded, and um, just flat out nasty people. Might be their moon. I don't know. But I'm Michael said not to say that. Sorry. I probably shouldn't have said that. Okay. So, hmm, okay. Your future looks promising because you're ready to expand and grow beyond your limits. If you do encounter difficulties, you will surmount them easily and move forward to your next lucky break in life, which should be coming soon. Um, okay. You'll likely be fortunate and win in this venture as long as you don't proceed recklessly. It's a good time to take a gamble. So, what are you what are you taking a gamble on? I hope it's not taking a gamble on an individual. I just have very, very specific personal views when it comes to like dating and courting. You're either going to pursue me or nothing's going to happen. I'm not going to chase after you. I'm not going to pine away from you. Either you're right here present or nothing's going to happen. I'll put you aside. And maybe, granted, we can't all behave this way, but I just really I don't feel like it's a good idea, especially with the energy of this reading. I don't feel it's a good idea to try and encourage you to try and get someone, try and like put all of your put all of I was gonna say put all of your eggs in a basket, and then Michael made a joke. So, anyways, card number 37, no rain today. Okay. No rain today. Maybe today is a day where you have to just allow yourself to be fully present in your own sunshine, in your own sunlight, in the light of your own truth, where you're not here, well, where you recognize that you're not here to simply be another half or another individual, where you can accept that you're complete on your own. And this is not to say that when you feel very strongly that you are independent, you are complete on your own, but you also still need to have um, some sort of connection or interaction with a specific individual. You should probably honor that. You should probably honor that. What I'm primarily trying to discourage is this unhealthy fixation on people who are choosing not to be present in your life. Oftentimes people will be like, oh, but he's my twin and he has a evil karmic. Let's stop lying to ourselves. It doesn't matter if there's an evil karmic. If they wanted to be with you, they would. That's just bottom line. If they wanted to be with you, they would. Okay. And if they're not with you, then that's not something that's a priority. You are not a priority and you deserve, deserve to be their priority. Okay. Um, People have asked me how in the world have I maintained such a happy, still very connected, very present, very balanced marriage for over 20 years at this point. Because at no point have I ever been made to feel that I am not a priority. That's not something I have to beg for. That's not something I have to act up for. You're either going to make me a priority or you're not. And if I'm not a priority, you don't need to be around me. Go be around your priority. To me, it's very simple. I'm not going to chase after you. I'm not, you know what I mean? It's just very simple. You don't want to be around me. Okay, find someone you're happy with. And I'm not saying that as someone vindictive, where I'm like, be happy. No, like really be happy with someone. I know that I will be happy whether you're here, whether you're not. It's nicer when you're around. It's nicer. But if you're no longer laughing and enjoying, be free. Find someone, you know? And if you can really embody that, whatever changes are coming, it's not going to hit you as hard. And you have to be careful though that you don't misconstrue this as me telling you keep one foot out the door. 77% at 1144. 7 7 1 plus 1 plus 4 plus 1 is 7. 777 completion. This is about really knowing you are complete in your own. People will come in and exit your life as appropriate for whatever lessons they're trying to help you learn. Your soul will bring people into your life and will remove them as is appropriate for your learning curve. Okay. Um, so, card number 10, Buffalo Spirit, the abundant universe will provide. It will provide so long as you're not running away from what it's providing you. The universe is going to provide you abundance in the form of connections with others, in the form of removing people who are not healthy for you. Thank you, Naeem. Removing people who are not healthy for you, creating space for those who are in alignment with your truth, with your journey to enter. When you are too busy holding on so tight to something that's exiting, you don't have space for the new things to enter. You don't have enough of your conscious awareness ready to receive because you're so fixated on something. It creates like a sort of tunnel vision. Okay. Um, why are we not permitted to remove the cord? Who said that? Are you talking about a twin flame cord? So, card number 21, Mirrored Souls. To answer the question for the cord, that cord exists for a reason because you are a pair and they're learning even without you. You're learning even without them. And when that energy, those lessons, the coding transfers between the two, it helps to really amplify your ability to learn. Even if you're not in contact, even if, this and that, what really what really makes that cord a toxic form of limitation is our human concept of what that chord signifies. Thank you again, Naeem. If you can just understand that that's just a connection, energetic, and I don't have full appreciation of it. I don't really know what it's for, but it's there. So I'm just going to keep on with my keeping on, and that's just going to be there. Then you really free yourself to begin traveling through your journey once again. Okay. Um, and Jen, if you try and remove that cord, which I've tried for a very long time, if you try and remove that cord, something else will take its place, something more painful and toxic. So just be careful with that. Definitely be careful with that. If you allow yourself to just, it's there. Nothing harmful is allowed to come through, and that's just that. It's not the cord, it's your human mind's unwillingness to let go of the memories that keep triggering your fixation on the cord. Okay. So the mirrored souls, even without the cord, there's a connection. For many, it's now a telepathic connection. If you're not in touch, if you're not in contact with each other, you might hear or feel or sense the gist of like they're thinking of you, they're feeling you, they're, things like that. Um, oh my God. You said to pick up this card next. Card number 19, Dog Spirit. Be loyal to what you love. And be careful how you interpret this. Okay. Be loyal to what you love is not a message for you to be loyal to a twin that's not present and hasn't given you any consideration, where their feelings matter more than yours all the time. And, all of this, that's a very, unstable, unrequited type of love. Maybe you need to be loyal to what you love means you need to begin loving yourself and having your highest level of loyalty to you, not to someone else. Okay. Um, Jen, I'm also being told to tell you that cord between twins has to remain existent because sometimes it's the lessons that they're in, the disharmonic experiences they're having within themselves that triggers learning for you without having to force you to experience an actual in real life circumstance with other people. Okay, so it can be a very healthy thing where the energy is exchanged between the two individuals and helps to further fuel, further propel each person's learning separately. So if that cord is non existent, they will have to be in your life for you to learn the things that you're needing to learn. But with the cord there, they don't ever have to talk to you, but it does create a sense of pain because of that human concept of separation. In reality, you've never been separate. It irks me to say that. You share the same innermost auric shield with them, the core shielding you share. So there's different levels of twins. Twin flame, it would be like fraternal twins. You each have your own amniotic sac within the womb. Twin ray, the highest level of twin soul connections, you're identical twins. You share the same amniotic sac. You can't kick the other twin out. I tried. It's not allowed. So, card number 48, Butterfly Garden. Allow your crown to expand. Allow yourself to blossom. Allow your power to get real wild. There isn't always a need for your power to be tightly bound and controlled and all of those things. Sometimes you need to just let your hair be wild, let your power wild out a little bit, not towards someone else, but just to exercise this sense, this knowing that nothing can control you. You have the right to live your life. Okay? And sometimes we need to let the hair down and just okay. Card number 16, what you want wants you. Wild woman who run with wolves. What if you run with lions? Card number 16, what you want wants you. So again, going back to the hair, allowing the hair to be loose, allowing the hair to kind of just whip around in the wind, knowing that your hair represents your personal power. And this image represents how your personal power is the very thing that will create the steps that lead you to higher levels of consciousness, with each step containing a pearl of wisdom. Okay, so it's really time for you to take ownership of your journey and your life. You have to allow yourself to experience this in its totality, meaning stop being afraid of hurting. I'm not asking you or encouraging you to be masochistic, but that fear of hurting, this concept of, in order for me to feel as though I'm living a good life, a productive life, there has to be no pain. I beg to differ. I beg to differ. Pain is the greatest teacher you will ever meet in this life. And so, why does my twin hurt me? Because in some way, shape, or form, they are helping you learn something. Even in their absence, they're helping you learn something. Michael. Card number 42, South Node, Life's Debts. Karma, when properly understood, is just the mechanics through which consciousness manifests. Karma is nothing more than miasmic distortions, miasma being frozen light code. This means that at some point there was a lesson being learned and it was paused, it was frozen. And that code is set aside because these are lessons you need to learn. And so it comes back around later on for you to learn it when the time, the consciousness, and the emotional, mental maturity is right. So it's not necessarily that you're being punished. It's not that all these things are happening because you were a bad person in a previous life. It just means lessons were left unfinished. So the South Node represents a karmic point in our charts where certain matters must be discharged or cast off in order to develop and move on toward greater things. Oh my God. Okay. Lionsgate Portal is coming up, right? I don't know if I discussed this in this live stream or a previous one. Lionsgate Portal is on August 8th. This is a massive portal. Now, I've always felt that this is the life, this is a time when so many of us are coming forward and being born so that we can begin addressing past lives, okay? Past life connections, karmic connections. We're given the opportunity in this life to clear those out, not just by like, well, I'm going to meditate this out. If you can meditate, beautiful, but it's not about meditation at all. This is about your soul bringing to you the very people who have also reincarnated into this life to clear out whatever old karmic stuff you guys have. I have so much karmic load with so many people because I've lived so many lives. And it's this life that I'm being gifted with the opportunity to begin balancing out and clearing out some of that karmic load, really dissolving that miasmic distortion within my field. And this is not something that I'm doing through energy work. This is something that I'm doing through interaction with other people. Okay. So you have to understand your interaction or simple awareness of someone's existence and then they go away. That's helping to really correct some of the karmic load. Really correct it. Okay. Twins have a lot of karmic load with each other. A lot. A lot. I'm still not done being pissed about shit mine did from fucking how many lives ago. I'm still not done being pissed about that shit. I'll tell you right now. Okay. Slowly the memories are trickling in. And the large portion of memories that I had recalled the moment I became actually aware that they're an actual real person. Um, Boom, all of those memories of all the ways in which they hurt me, failed me, betrayed me, abandoned me, and like so many different lives. All of that came back really quick, but it's taken me several years to have enough of memories of certain lifetimes come back where it's like, it's not what I assumed it was. It's just, it wasn't what I assumed it was. A lot of those things that I assumed was just hurtful ass behavior. There was something else much deeper behind that that I hadn't recalled yet because I wasn't ready to. And as I mature emotionally and mentally, more of those memories come back to me and it helps to balance like, okay, maybe he's not really wicked. I never thought he was wicked, but I'd like to say it sometimes. So that's why the court has to be present. Okay. The south node, okay. So the south node represents karmic debts, which can make life circumstance hard. But neither the north node nor the south node are all good or bad luck. In fact, when it comes to the nodes, what will be given is what has been earned. There's no other way of getting there without the toil and effort. The south node is also a key to what has been left unfinished and unresolved. So this is about the south node. What is going to change your life right now is the reclamation of the puzzle pieces that will help you to finish the lessons that were left unresolved, uncompleted, incompleted. I don't know. So when the South Node turns up in a reading, it's a turning point. It's a time of endings and beginnings. Understand that there is something about to close that has been held in place for a long time. Ooh, understand that there's something about to close that has been held in place for a long time. I think for some of us, maybe I can be a part of that group. Michael goes, you're not a part of that group. I can be a part of that group. You don't get to decide that. I was going to say that maybe for some of us, that twin flame door is going to finally be closed. Maybe there's been enough interaction and enough lessons initiated and maybe it's that, you know, maybe it's that. Hold on really quick. Hold on really quick. Sorry, guys. So, and I can be a part of that group. Stop saying that to me. Um, Familiar ways will end, ushering you forward in new ways and through different developments. You're ready to step out of the rut and align yourself with a higher vision. You may be evaluating certain aspects of your life to realize that there's no longer any connection there and that it's time to move on. Be assured you will have a stronger foundation for your next venture. Doors slam, but in recognizing what needs to end, it helps you to move on towards further future maturity or no, further maturity. So, you know, maybe a lot of those connections are now really fizzling out and really coming to an end. For some, this might be an abrupt ending. For others, this might be something that has been really taking its time, dragging itself out to happen. We don't know. We don't know. I think you get a very good feeling, not a very good feeling, you get a very good sense of how exactly this message applies to you. Whether it's something that's just not a part of your truth and there's no ending to that connection, or, if it's 100% resonating. The South Node is all about being prepared for what comes next, and this means being experienced. There is no winging it at this time, or your plans may truly sink. Sometimes, when the South Node is activated, it will take several tries to get what you're after. You could receive an unexpected rejection, one you weren't looking for. Oh, okay. Sorry. Okay. Let me read that again. Sometimes, when the South Node is activated, it will take several tries to get what you're after. You could receive an unexpected rejection, one you weren't looking for. You could even be asked to do extra tasks while working longer hours. The good news is, even though things are a bit tough at the current moment, it is still an advantageous time. You are about to hook up with you're about to hook up with people in your soul tribe. You're setting down a foundation for your future marvelous life. Whatever. Next deck. I'll let you guys interpret that however you feel is most appropriate for you and your journey. Card number 27, receiving. Allow yourself to receive. Like I said, if you're going to hold tightly with bloody fingernails onto something that's exiting, your hand will be clenched shut. You cannot receive with a hand like this. Only when you release and allow yourself to relax and flow will your hand be open to receiving. Now, card number 26, sacred journey. You are on a sacred journey. There's a lot of energetic recalibration going on in the world. There's a lot of galactic recalibration, um, a lot. So your creativity is being sparked. This looks like Kundalini activation to me. This to me means your creativity, your ability to manifest, that's going to be elevated. It's going to be very elevated. And what you do with that elevation is really up to you. Okay. What you do with that is very much up to you. If you're going to squander this opportunity with thoughts of like, oh, they already did me so dirty and this and that, you're free to think that. But if you're going to stay in a very negative mindset, that's what you're going to continue to manifest for yourself. Okay. Um, Card number 41, Nightingale. Love is all around. It is. It's all around. Allow the truth of your heart song to be sung out loud. Allow yourself to live a life that's worthy of you. A life that can definitely make you feel very fulfilled, very happy, very supported in by creation. Okay. Thank you again, Naeem. Um, Card number 45, new directions. Whew, that's one hell of a magic trick. Look at that. Okay. That's one hell of a magic trick. It's not just enough for you to hold on to your dreams. You have to allow your dreams to be set free. If that dream continues to remain as part of a clump for that dandelion, does anything come of it? No. The seed has to be released and allowed to be buried for a period before it comes to fruition. Seeds are nothing if they don't have all of the components that are necessary. It needs darkness and soil, it needs water, and it needs light. So if you can allow yourself to release the need to control, even for just a little bit, the seeds of your dreams will take root. They will take root and they'll come to fruition. But be careful. Be careful that you don't misconstrue actual authentic dreams for distorted fixation. Okay? What I mean by distorted fixation, if you are obsessed with your twin, that could potentially become a distorted fixation where it doesn't matter if you're learning the lessons or not, with or without them or not. Um, you have this expectation in your head that the two of you are supposed to be in a romantic sexual connection, and you're not going to stop until that's what you get. That's up to you. That's up to you. I had some not so nice things to say. Michael said, "Don't say yet." All right, I'll listen to you that time. So, card number 43. Lunar eclipse change. Three things cannot be long hidden: the sun, the moon, and the truth. A lunar eclipse takes place when the earth is directly aligned between the sun and the moon. The earth blocks out the sun's light, causing the moon to be in the earth's shadow. So the moon represents the person that you actually are, the truth of who you are that you keep very much hidden from other people because of shame, because of guilt, because of doubt, because of lack of sense of worth, sense of self, all of these really not so savory things. So, in order for an eclipse to happen, your earthly existence has to overshadow the truth of who you actually are. I'd say that all of us have been existing in a state of eclipse for most of our lives, where our earthly existence has been priority over the truth of who we actually are, you know? So let's see. Eclipses can bring on times which seem shadowy and disordered, but they are not necessarily bad and should not be viewed as such. We are meant to be thrown off balance to make necessary changes. It's a time of seeing the light and focusing on something you have either put off or didn't exactly notice was coming up. Oh, when the lunar eclipse card presents itself in a reading, dramatic changes are in store. Such changes will likely be unexpected ones, the kind that might seem hard or will take some special effort on your part. These will not be gradual, easy, barely noticed transformations. Your world may be rattled somewhat. It will seem more like a revolution. Do not be alarmed, however, because the altering of your life is essential in getting you where you need to be. We are all here to share our gifts and lead others to theirs. It's never an easy path. Okay. Whatever the issue, it's been brewing for a while and things are about to bubble over. It could be a partner or a would be partner who wishes to take a relationship to a new level. Since the moon symbolizes our emotions, you probably already sense what this change should be and will not be completely surprised by it. But the force and dramatic nature of the shift may be unexpected. Expect to be thrown off balance. If the situation is something you have taken for granted and it collapses, then you will need to make a new start. In any event, you should start to see these effects within the next 6 weeks and expect for an outcome to be completed within 6 months. This card also indicates cycles, and whatever seems lost at this time, you can be assured will return to you, perhaps in a different form, but most certainly better. Ooh, ooh, mm-hmm. That is powerful. Let me just get a few more cards, and then we're gonna call it a day. Okay. Um. Yeah. Ooh. So I read Settling Down, Playing Small. And then I hear Michael asking me, what's worse, playing small or pretending to be bigger than you actually are? I don't know the answer to that. So playing small to me, um, it means you have the ability you're being gifted with the opportunity, but you're not yet confident enough in yourself to move forward with it. So it's just a process of self acceptance and working with yourself and, you know, all of that good stuff. But when you pretend to be bigger than you actually are, that's a full on lie. Ooh, that's a full on lie. Because not only are you not existing in your authenticity, you are creating a fictitious character. That's not even who you are. So before you start getting down on yourself about playing small, maybe you need to allow yourself to remember that at the very least, you're not pretending to be big. All right, let's get a couple cards. Couple cards. Uh-huh. Let it wash over me. Ready to lose my feet. Da 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 da. Day to day, I'm blind to see. Find out far to go. Everybody got the reason. Everybody got the way. We just catching and releasing what built up throughout the day. Flows right through your body. Flows right through your blood. We have a tower in reverse, continued depression, living in a rut, entrapment in an unhappy situation. So, this is either for you or for the connection that you are thinking about, that you have been thinking about since the start of this reading. Okay. We also have 10 of Cups, happiness, good things, party or celebration. So, if you are thinking of a specific person and have been thinking of a specific person, um, it might be that one of you is really happy and the other one is trapped in a very unhappy circumstance. I don't know who is who, but it's time for you to be fully present. You know which one you are, right? So if you are happy, then be happy. Give yourself permission to be happy. If you are stuck in a very unhappy circumstance, unfulfilled, a relationship with no love or no respect, no consideration, things like that, resolve that. This is not about getting validation for a crappy circumstance. So that way you can continue to be in that crappy circumstance because you don't have the power to do anything about it. Well, you absolutely freaking do. If you are a sovereign, you can get yourself out of a circumstance or keep yourself in a circumstance, and no one gets a say in that. Nobody. Okay. So how many of us have a friend that's in an abusive relationship and we're like, why won't you just leave? Oh my God, why do you keep going back? Why do you keep staying? Well, I can't leave. You absolutely have to leave. You can leave. And they don't want to hear it. Well, that's fine. They don't want to hear it. It's not your place to tell them it's time to leave because they're not yet done learning what they need to learn with that individual. But when they are, they're not going to ask you for permission. They're just going to find a way to leave. You know what I mean? And this is the very reason why people who are in like really abusive circumstance, they feel very comfortable with me discussing what's going on with them and the things they're struggling through, because I'm not here to be like, oh, you need to leave. I'm here to be like, okay, well, what do you feel about that? Do you feel like there's other things you need to learn with them still? Do you feel like this is finished? Because if you're still asking me what you should do, I don't know that it's finished. And it's better to finish this off with someone you already know than to package it up and restart it with someone new. Bottom line. Bottom line. So we have everybody got the reason. Everybody got the way. Ace of Swords in reverse. Debacle, tyranny, disaster, self destruction, violent temper, infertility. So you pair these two together, either you or the other person is in some really seriously deep, dark doo doo. Okay. Um, if you've never experienced the dark due to circumstance, you can't exactly be over here with your cups and rainbows and dancing children and cast some kind of judgment or condemnation for something you've never been through, something you don't understand. It's so easy for people who have never experienced the things that you're experiencing to have their opinions. If you've never been in an abusive relationship with a narcissist, you have no right to condemn someone who is struggling with finding the truth of their circumstance. No right. No right whatsoever. None. You can share your thoughts, but you have no right to condemn them and look at it as, oh, they're so stupid for saying no. Then you don't need to be the person they come to. And you need to be honest and let them know, I can't keep my personal feelings out of this. So I can't really be the person that you confide in anymore because it's not fair. It's not fair. It's not right. You have no idea what it's like to be in that circumstance. None. None. So here we go. Ooh, okay. So Mikey's telling me to share. I do know what that's like because I've never been in a narcissistic relationship, like romantic relationship, but I do have a narcissistic parent. And so I know I've witnessed how that plays out. And here's the thing, I used to wonder, like, why did I have to see the things I had to see? Why did I have to experience the things that I experienced? Because if I didn't, then I wouldn't understand. And that's the very reason my life experience is the very reason why I can hear someone and listen to their struggles and not be like, oh, you need to do this, this, and this. No, because I know what that's like. I know what that is like. And I'm not going to add to your shame and your confusion. I will listen to you though. And maybe if you say enough, if you bounce enough ideas and thoughts regarding your circumstance off of me, you'll begin to organize your thoughts and get a clear idea of what you need to do for yourself. Okay. So, and that's why empaths, especially Blu-ray empaths, we have a tendency to have a very difficult early life, oftentimes, and also challenging adulthood. This is so when we are ready to really step into our purpose and support the very people we came here in this life to support, we would have had enough life experience to truly be of service to the people we promised to help. Okay? We're not saving anyone. We're here to assist in whatever way we can, but they make the final decision. So, all right. Seven of Cups in reverse, desire, determination, willpower, a goal nearly attained, intelligent choice. So maybe whoever this is that's experiencing some sort of tumultuous instability, dark night of the soul, maybe this is the beautiful pairing, the negative and the positive coming together to create stability. Okay. Because it now creates a desire and a determination for an elevation in their existence or an elevation in your existence. The human brain just really is not designed to comprehend the gravity of life. You have to experience things to be able to understand how these things fit together. Because if you don't, then you won't. So I think this has to do with whoever is experiencing the Ten of Cups. We have the Queen of Swords. Quick witted, intensely perceptive, a subtle person may signify a widow or woman of sadness, mourning, absence, loneliness, separation. Oh my God. So, this is where she came from in order to arrive here. This is where she came from in order to arrive to this place. And it's through that journey that this counterpart will benefit from this exchange. Okay. And it doesn't have to be a romantic exchange, it can be a friendship, It can be one conversation. It can be silence with communication simply through that cord. The human brain does not have the ability to compute the gravity of what this is. So just be. Stop trying to fully understand and know everything before allow yourself to agree to what your soul is bringing you to the conclusion of. Because I tell you, 144, 37, 99, 12, 16. Ooh, nice. Um, I will tell you, I have such a deep understanding of a lot of things in life, but that understanding doesn't come until after the circumstance has been experienced and finished and processed. That's the only time I understand. After everything has been said and done, and I go ahead and continue with my life, sometimes it takes a year, 2 years, 3 years, 5 years, 10 years, whatever it is, eventually I understand. Eventually I'm empowered. But that only happens as I look back at my life. It never happens as I'm in it. Ever, ever. It never happens. The depth of the learning, the true gravity of what it is I'm learning in that moment, it does not become clear until I've finished, processed, and then looked back. Okay. Seven of Wands, success, gain, overwhelming odds surmounted, advantage. So, and I feel it's such a beautiful thing, such a beautiful thing when we see the progression of the cards. Okay. We see this progression of the cards and we begin to understand what initially looks very, very bad. Okay. Poor odds, the chips stacked against you. It's only after we've allowed everything to kind of just unfold that we begin to understand where this is actually taking us. And from what the cards are saying, it takes you to a beautiful place. But until you're there at that beautiful place, that journey is going to be something that challenges you. And it's supposed to. It's through that challenge, through the friction, through the fear of disappointment, failure, and all these other things that you really begin to get a sense of who you are, what you're here for, and how much you can actually accomplish. Okay. Whew. So definitely, you guys. Oh, one more card. Hot diggity damn! I thought I was done, Michael. I thought I was done, and that's okay. I'm willing to share more cards with you. One more card with you. I want to just clarify that from Michael. One more card. One more card is okay. No, I'm not pulling two. One more card is okay. Right, Daddy. One more card. He keeps saying, what if two? What if by two? No. So, two cards flipped out of the deck. I feel like you just don't have any respect for my personal preferences. I'm just saying. I just really feel like you have no respect for my personal preferences. I could have sworn that's a violation of sovereign free will. Okay. Card number one, Bamboo Moon. Do you know that there are no mistakes in the universe, and all events, circumstances, relationships, and situations are unfolding in perfection with the timing and intelligence of the divine plan? Any apparent delay is in your favor. If something is happening for you right now, then that's perfect too. Divine timing is perfection. It's safe to trust in this now. So, the final card, final in caps locks. Card number 20, Nectar of the Lotus. The Divine Mother wishes that those who are meant to feed others will be fed well too. Your devotion to helping others has the effect of squeezing the cosmic heart chakra of the Divine Mother. From her heart drips nectar, sweet, sustaining, life affirming energy that feeds you and allows you to nourish many souls. Like a sacred chalice that overflows, when you are full, well, and vital, the feeding of others happens effortlessly. You are guided to be fed now, fed with divine nectar from the heart of the mother. Ooh, that was potent. That was potent. It's time for you to allow yourself to receive the change that helps propel you in a new direction on your sacred journey, like a mother freaking sentence. It is time to receive the change that propels you in new directions to your sacred journey. Mm, mm. And there's no need to fear because love is all around. Mm. Four being the number of self, one being the number of starting. 4 plus 1 is 5, the number of change. Mm. So there you go. Be ready. Be ready, not necessarily for trouble, not necessarily for threats, for um, things that will further perpetuate your sense of insecurity. Be ready for your life to change in such a profound way that space is created for greatness to return. This is not about be ready for someone to come back. Who gives a shit if they come back, if they don't come back? Who cares? Focus on you. This reading is for you. This reading is about you. This reading is to help you. Don't diminish yourself by making this reading about someone else. If you are meant to have a connection, you will. But maybe the priority connection is a connection between yourself and your soul, where you can once again begin to exist as a totality rather than a duality, where you're no longer light and dark. You're that beautiful gray space where light plays with shadow and form is created. That's a very beautiful place to exist, where you can tap into shadow, you can tap into light, you can use the two together to form the most graceful dance, the most beautiful existence. And all you have to do is choose. Not just choose. All you have to do is choose yourself, your growth, your potentiality. So do it. Do it. I gotta go. I gotta eat. And I have more sessions. Thank you guys so much for sharing this space with me. Please give this video a thumbs up. If you haven't already subscribed, please do subscribe. No, Michael. No. He's telling me to let you guys know that I am increasing, apparently. I wasn't a part of this business plan, but he's telling me I'm increasing the discount on my website to 40% for a limited time. And that includes everything on the website. He's making me itchy. I don't know who needs to hear that. Go at it. I'll change the percentage as soon as this live is done. Thumbs up. Please subscribe. Michael got me irritated. I gotta go, guys. Love y'all. Bye. 40%, daddy. So pissed off. Not because he just doesn't discuss things. Okay, I gotta go. I gotta eat. Love you guys. Bye.